Hi, I'm Andrea Seitz, President and CEO of Show Me Christian County. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 Investor Briefing. As you know, this is typically the one time of year where we bring everyone together to celebrate the successes of the past year and cast vision for the year ahead. 2020 has been anything but typical. Since we last met in June of 2019, we've announced 3 great projects, launched the Show Me Strong Business Council Business Retention and Expansion Initiative, were instrumental in crafting 2 grant applications for the Governor's Transportation Cost Share Agreement, nearing almost $1 million in funding for our county, toured Governor Parson and Congressman Billy Long, launched a vibrant website, and solidified our 5-year action plan. And that was all before February. In February 2020, none of us could have predicted the disruptions our world would experience through the spring. During those difficult times, Show Me Christian County staff woke up every day with one sole purpose: to fight for the Christian County business community in ways we never thought possible. From our homes, we were able to provide value and resources in a world turned virtual. The 3 months we spent sheltering in place allowed us time to actively learn about and listen to the needs of our businesses. Once we understood those needs, we worked to adapt our approach, responding with accuracy and efficiency. Now, as we look back over our 5-year action plan, it is clear that our original priorities still exist. However, the timelines of 2 in particular must be accelerated for our community to rise and thrive in the wake of COVID-19. These 2 priorities are Fortify Christian County and Christian County Works. Today, we'll cover these programs, and you'll hear firsthand from business owners and community leaders as they explain the impact of Show Me Christian County and the work that you have enabled.
What does it mean to be resilient? The definition of resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. That is why we would like to introduce to you Fortify Christian County. Fortify is our unique strategy to business retention and expansion, formation, and attraction that seeks to equip the business community with the resources and relationships required to sustain and protect their growth.
Being a counselor for Show Me Christian County has been very educational. Normally you don't go into businesses and sit down and actually talk to them and find out everything that there is to know. By knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, that gives us the ability to go in and see where we could possibly help them from an entire county.
I think about what I've seen in Sparta over the last few years and the involvement that Show Me Christian County's had and Andrea's had, going in there, providing that support, bolstering up our resources, the networking piece of it. It's really been important to us to see that growth and to continue to see the support that the smaller communities get from that economic side. That's tremendous for us in helping us grow our communities.
The goals of Fortify are to assist our companies through a financial analysis so that they can better understand their operating cycle, allowing for more revenue to be saved for that internal resilience or rainy day fund within the business. Also, through our strategic partners like the Small Business Development Center, we can work with them to establish individualized consulting services and address those stated or assessed needs. But they might not know what they need, and that's why we want to partner with them to create a business resilience plan, identifying things that could harm or risk their business, like a global pandemic, or an IT hack, or maybe a natural disaster. The list of possibilities are endless, and that's why we want to work with our business owners so that they can think through those risks and then immediately help them adapt and draft emergency procedures on how they would respond.
We were no different than any other restaurant, even though our brand's been around for almost 15 years. During the pandemic, it was a gut shot to a lot of people, and our restaurant was no different with Show Me Christian County. And unfortunately, or at least fortunate, I guess, we had to lay people off, and that was the first time that we'd ever even had to debate whether that was an option. The resources that they had and their willingness to jump in, and to be honest, they reached out to me. So I wasn't looking for a resource and didn't even quite know at the time how important the resource that they had for us during the pandemic was. And it was amazing that that they knew all the things that went there. When there was information that was coming through on changes and updates, they would reach back out and make sure that we were in the loop and made sure that we stayed involved in the level of how we get back to whatever the new sense of normal is going to be for a while. And that was a big help to us.
So we've had a great 2020 with Show Me Christian County, I guess as good as 2020 could be for anybody. We met Andrea earlier this year prior to the pandemic and talked about some of the needs for our business, which is a bit unique. She was really supportive in learning about our business, what we do. And then when the pandemic hit, our primary market, which is colleges and universities across the country, really had a rough year. So we shifted gears and put our seamstresses into production of PPE, making face masks, and we've made thousands of face masks and shipped them across the country.
During the shutdown, we definitely saw an increase in business at businesses in Nixa. How people who really came out to help those local businesses, and how we were able to adapt. We were really able to change those businesses to be able to do curbside, to be able to do delivery. And along with our chambers of commerce, Show Me Christian County, those types of organizations were able to reach out to those businesses and really support them as they went through the challenges of the pandemic.
For those industries in which it applies, we want to also come alongside them and make sure that they are adapting to the e-commerce business cycle and how business is done today. We want to assist businesses in establishing an e-commerce business model to adapt to various situations. Through the pandemic, so many of our businesses had to pivot and immediately launch themselves into the e-commerce model. However, they may not be doing it the most efficient and effective way possible. And we want to pair them with mentors and offer classes and courses to help make sure that their business is sustainable with the way things are done today. As a business owner, surviving adversity is all about building a strong line of defense. You need to know that there are people in your corner that care as much about your success as you do. Fortify is defined as strengthening a business with defensive works so as to protect it against attack. Partner with Show Me Christian County, and we'll help you do just that.
You've just heard a lot about Fortify Christian County, and that's what it's all about, keeping our existing business community strong and thriving no matter what they come up against. We don't just want to hear what's bothering them, we want to help them plan, prepare, and adapt so they can continue to grow. The work that we started through COVID-19 doesn't end just because we're headed into recovery. As a matter of fact, now is when the real work begins. Our resiliency certification was actually in our 5-year plan before the pandemic. And now we're really looking forward to putting a structure around that program. And again, helping them to adapt, plan, and prepare so that they can stay strong. Fortify is what it's all about. We want to keep our people whole, keep them working, and keep our community and our economy strong.
Hello, my name is Don Fleury with Creative Audio. We originally started in Pittsburgh, Kansas in 1991. I wanted to share a story about building our facility in Ozark, Missouri, and why we came to Ozark. We originally have our retail business in Springfield, Missouri, and we're expanding in e-commerce and warehousing distribution, and looked into different areas of the community to build our building. Andrea with Show Me Christian County walked us through the process, did an excellent job of choosing site location, benefits of the community, and the resources in the organization. Through this process, I was able to get to work with the community and fall in love with the community. We also invested into Show Me Christian County as a founding member, not only to further the economic development in the area, but there's a staggering statistic that 70% of Christian County leave Christian County during the working days. So we wanted to keep everyone in Christian County and try and expand the business side of Christian County. We all love to live here. Now we want to love to live and work here. So our goal is to invest in the community, have a good business economic development, and also preserve an area that is beautiful that we all enjoy. With our experience of building buildings in Sedalia, Missouri and Columbia, Missouri, I feel that we can add some input into the process and help other businesses and attract other businesses to our community. I'd highly recommend anyone looking into Christian County to contact Show Me Christian County, learn all the resources, the help they provide, and the ways that they can work with the local municipalities They're a great resource, they're local, and they're easy to work with.
My name's Mark Wallace. I'm the project coordinator for Show Me Christian County. Christian County Works is our county-wide workforce development program that seeks to foster an environment of collaboration among various entities across the county and our region. This program exists to address the community's most urgent workforce needs, as identified by the community, by our businesses, even by our educational leaders. We have a special focus on enhancing Christian County's ACT Work Ready designation. We seek to efficiently match job seekers with employers through testing and through a county-wide jobs board. In order to keep our county's workforce prepared, it's necessary for employers and educational institutions to communicate with one another about their respective needs. With help from other partner organizations, Christian County Works will make it possible for businesses and education to begin sharing their visions for Christian County and ensure the next generation of the workforce is equipped with the skills of tomorrow.
Christian County Works, a multifaceted approach to workforce development that seeks to re-engage the workforce and ensure the next generation is equipped for the jobs of tomorrow.
One of our main goals in Nixa is to make sure that we have a sustainable community. We've grown up as a large bedroom community. We have people who really want to move into that region and want to live in Nixa, want to support our strong schools. But if we don't have that business base, then there's no way that we can continue to grow and continue to be that place where people want to continue to move. Only through economic development can we really do that.
We all have a need for more workforce. I don't know of anyone that's staffed at this point right now, and we call it the workforce cliff. They were really falling off that we actually have more jobs than we are people. How do we attract those people to come live in Christian County, raise their family here, but also want to work here? McDonald's isn't just, it's not a job for everyone. It's an entry-level job, but if we can attract that talent, they're going to raise their kids here, and those kids are going to need that first job, and that's what McDonald's is there for. And as other businesses create success, that means more jobs, better paying jobs, and where do you think they're going to spend that money? Again, back in Christian County, in the shops and the restaurants, and we want to see Christian County thrive. And I see that Show Me Christian County is helping us do just that.
So we really want to develop a talented workforce, and it's not just those kids that are already considered a talented workforce. We want to create students that graduate that all of them would be considered talented. As we go with our Ozark Innovation Center, as that's our next phase of development, and that is to create not only internships but partnerships with businesses where we're working on, they keep using the term soft skills, but it's not really soft skills, it's really life skills.
Every child has a different career path, and it's not a 4-year institution. It's not necessarily a 2-year institution. It's building trades, it's technical schools, it's going right into that workforce. And we have such a great responsibility to make sure that we're the ones making sure our students and kids are ready to do that. And I just love when I'm able to hire a Nixa teacher that was a Nixa graduate. I love when my dentist is a former Nixa student. I love that we are bringing our students back to our communities to work and just contribute to that economic growth.
One of the goals we have for this program is to promote the Christian County Works Jobs Board to job seekers and businesses alike. This will allow residents to search for gainful employment close to where they live. This will be a centralized resource found on the Show Me Christian County website. Through a collaborative effort between Show Me Christian County, our chambers of commerce, and education institutions, we seek to enhance our ACT Work Ready Communities designation through a marketing strategy designed to increase participation rates among students and businesses. We will incorporate this effort into the Christian County Works Jobs Board. In addition, we seek to educate and promote untapped sections of the workforce, including veterans, ex-offenders, and citizens with developmental disabilities. And lastly, we will utilize internal and external data to gauge the needs specific to Christian County businesses, to create opportunities for our schools and businesses to share needs via open house or roundtable events.
The reason that we want to continue to support our efforts at Show Me Christian County is because the long-term success of that is going to help those businesses down the road. It actually means that it's going to help you create a workforce down the road, sustain a workforce, right? That's a big challenge that we have sometimes. Well, those are the things that you need to understand is why it's so important to be involved with Show Me Christian County so that we can continue to work with, whether it's OTC or working with Missouri State University or high schools or whatever that looks like, our trade schools, to continue to develop those blue-collar workers and those white-collar workers.
I almost feel, Chris, that it's the circle is the way I've always looked at it is, you start with an industry, say it's Emerson or some air conditioning manufacturing. Well, they might come to our restaurant to close the deal, or they're like, hey, if I'm gonna live my life in Christian County, I wanna know what the ancillary benefits of that are. Trails, rivers, restaurants, how do I live here, not just work here? And then what happens is those kids end up going to our schools, those kids grow up, end up going to our colleges, end up creating more of the workforce, and then they come back and they stay in the area. And so the bright minds grow in our area as opposed to look for the better opportunities elsewhere, which is why economic development is so important.
The way business is done has changed. It is our priority to implement a workforce strategy that is built for our students and adults upskilling and re-entering the workforce. We want to show the world that Christian County works.
My name is Anna Evans. I'm the Executive Director of the Ozark Chamber of Commerce, and it has been an invaluable experience for the Ozark Chamber to be represented and to be part of Show Me Christian County's Show Me Strong Business Council. Over the course of the past several months, myself, as well as many other representatives from Christian County's various municipalities have gotten together, facilitated by Show Me Christian County on a monthly basis, specifically for the purpose of collaboration and for making sure that our communication with our local business community and those various industries that are represented there is as proactive and as two-way as possible. We've had the opportunity to focus on particular industry areas like grocery or retail, especially in light of the challenges that have been presented to us this year throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And this group has been absolutely an invaluable resource for us as economic development professionals and for those who work directly with the business community, as well as for our businesses to be able to have that line of communication with those in our community who might be in the position to advocate for them or for their industry, make decisions about local ordinances and governance and different things like that. So the Strong Business Council has been a method for us to get together with one another in ways that we have never had the opportunity to do before. Previous to the Strong Business Council, each municipality had its own business retention and expansion efforts, but we were all kind of trying to go it alone within our various communities. And this format has brought us the vehicle to be able to get together around the same table, talk about what we're seeing, make sure that throughout the county, the different businesses that need to be represented have a voice at the table, whether they're in Ozark, Nixa, Clever, Sparta, any of our smaller communities. We want to make sure that all of us have the opportunity to make those connections and, most importantly, to be a united and a connected resource for those businesses to make sure that they have what they need to be able to conduct business the way that they need to do it. So I am personally very excited to see where the Strong Business Council goes and the ways that we're going to be able to expand our programming in the future to serve even more businesses throughout the county. It's an honor for myself individually to be part of it, and it is a fantastic opportunity for the Ozark Chamber to be a part of this effort that brings so many communities to the table.
Fortify Christian County and Christian County Works are just two segments of our strategy. We have 3 in-depth goals for the future of the organization and how we plan to change the trajectory of Christian County, impacting every community from Billings, Clever, Nixa, Fremont Hills, Ozark, Sparta to Highlandville. Goal 1 is to ensure that Christian County communities have the resources needed to support business retention and expansion, formation, and attraction. I refer to this as the nuts and bolts of economic development. Within this goal, we identify priorities to encourage entrepreneurship, enhance site development, recruit new investment, and above all, advocate and protect our existing business community. There are robust partnerships throughout the region that we are fostering in order to accomplish this goal, and we'll need every one of them to create or retain 400 daytime jobs with a $40,000 target average salary. We also have a goal of $25 million in capital investment that we either spark or assist over the next 5 years. We're going to get creative when it comes to our target business list. The way business is done has changed. Our eyes are wide open, and we want to support telework capabilities, promote family-oriented destination retail, and prepare for future opportunities with industries such as light manufacturing or e-commerce. In order to accomplish Goal 1, we have a second goal to foster a business-friendly reputation for Christian County by collaborating with governmental entities to streamline growth. We create opportunities for leaders to build trust with one another, working across municipal departments and hosting listening sessions for businesses to be heard by their governmental partners. These are vital aspects to create a welcoming environment, and this isn't easy work, but rest assured that all entities are committed to this common goal. We want to have the hard conversations and learn where we can improve the experience for developing in Christian County. Lastly, we have our eye on building a strong sense of identity in Christian County as a magnet for talent in the Southwest Missouri region. Our placemaking efforts include tying our communities together so that we are aligned as we communicate our goals to the region, building strong relationships with our school districts and higher education institutions, as well as building upon the tourism corridor that we are grateful to find ourselves in between Springfield and Branson. Nearly 50 volunteers have spent hours vetting this plan. We've brought in the experts, run it through a feasibility study, and attached aspirational yet achievable metrics to the goals described.
Yeah, I definitely think regionalism is very important moving forward. We're all better together than we are apart. We compete on the sports courts or the football fields, but when it comes to things like economic development, we're all better together.
People want to settle down and start a family and start a career, maybe open their own business. We want to see those really come to Christian County. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to start a business. Could you maybe speak to that regionalism?
Absolutely. Well, I look at it from a demographic standpoint. You look at how much Christian County's grown in the last 15 years or so. Some of our districts were, they're all class 2, class 3 size schools. And now, Ozark and Nixa are obviously, much larger, 4, 5, 6,000 students. And even our schools in the surrounding area have grown. And that's really a benefit to all entities, businesses. When one grows, the other grows. And school districts have definitely been a part of that as well. It's important for us to have that success in Christian County because it makes it just that much more attractive for families to want to come to this area.
The economic development side of where we're involved is, in the restaurant business, our goal is we need more bodies around us. And the more bodies that are around us, everybody has to eat. So what has been well for us is as the community grows through the economic side and through new businesses that come in, our restaurant brand grows because more people will have to come out and they have to eat. And if we provide a good product, people will come back.
As we continue to look at economic development and the role that Show Me Christian County has, which is really growing the entire county, but in reality is Show Me Christian County has a big role to help make sure that we continue to keep great places like this, the Finley, the Big Whiskeys, and of course places to work as well. So they don't have to travel to Springfield, they don't have to travel to Branson, and they can live a great life right here in Christian County.
I'm just so proud to be a member of Christian County and our community. Being a part of the school system for the last 20 years has just, we've seen so much growth and so much economic development. Our schools have gone from 2,500 students to 6,500 students, and to just see the community grow around the folks who have moved into this wonderful county, and just the support that we have between the school system, our Chamber of Commerce's, also our city. The schools are part of our city planning and development, and we just are excited to have such a great role and responsibility for providing students who are ready for that economic workplace.
Yeah, Ozark is a great community, and Nixa is a great, Christian County as a whole is a great community. It's one of those places you just want to live. We live right off of the Finley, which is a great attraction, and we have a desire. I don't want to live anywhere else other than Christian County. And our conversations at school really are about how do we pass that on to our kids? How do we keep our kids in Ozark, in Nixa, anywhere in Christian County? We have this great rivalry between Ozark and Nixa, but what we've determined over the years and what we keep talking about is how Nixa makes us better and how we make you better. It's the competition we have with each other. And there's really not a competition. We strive to make each other better, which makes our community better. And it's not about Ozark or Nixa when it comes to, where a business opens up at or what what our students look, where they come from. It's about how can we make Christian County and really Southwest Missouri better. And it's organizations like Show Me Christian County that help bring us together and help us bring out the best from each other.
Absolutely. We can't tackle that on our own. We need some help with that. We need the professionals to come in and really help grow that base within our communities. Show Me Christian County has definitely filled that need within our communities. You're right. We like to see each other succeed. And if businesses are coming to Ozark, they're also maybe shopping in Nixa. And so that's really important for us to team up together and bring in our other county communities.
So it is so important to have an organization like our chambers and like Show Me Christian County to get us to pause and stop and come together and help each other out.
I've been honored to work and support Show Me Christian County throughout my tenure as mayor. I think it's one of the greatest things that I've been involved with during my time in that office. I think it's one of the greatest things for our county and for our region. It's really going to help us move forward so that all of our local communities are sustainable, all of our local communities can thrive as we move forward through and out of the pandemic and on into the future. I think Show Me Christian County is a great asset to all of our local businesses and all of our local communities. I am glad to be able to support it.
Show Me Christian County has been amazing in our growth. They have stood by and encouraged us on what we needed to do as a community to move forward. When we began, or when I started with the Community Betterment Association, there was 4 to 6 people. And right now, even after the pandemic, we still have a good 25 for every meeting. And that was helped by the encouragement that we received. The communication that we now have between the entire county is phenomenal. We've been in the Panhandle for so long and tended to be forgotten because we are a small town. So the big towns in the county are the ones that had all of the communication. So it's been a lifesaver. And through the pandemic, knowing what was going on and making decisions, which were very difficult at the time, was only made easier, and with the support of Show Me Christian County.
In our industry, having a resource that keeps us up to date with ever-changing rules, regulations, and things that could potentially be happening in our industry, that has definitely been a great resource of what Show Me's been.
Well, and I'll tag on that just a tad. As a president of the Nixa Chamber of Commerce, we got about 450 to 500 members right now. We're growing, and we work constantly with Show Me Christian County through training, through business retention and expansion. We utilize her for just various aspects that we need in and around the Nixa area just to help our businesses. So one thing that we need to realize, whether you are in Ozark or Nixa or Clever or wherever you're at in Christian County, is that economic development is not an overnight success. In the chamber world, we can have overnight successes really, really fast. We can have a new restaurant coming to town. It's the hot new ticket or a new retail space or something like that. Or, we can see results very, very fast in the chamber world. Economic development takes time. It takes time to cultivate relationships and land and opportunities and to put projects together. So I just always want to encourage everybody to understand that the work that Show Me Christian County has to do or gets to do for our county is going to take some time to see the true results. It could be 5 to 10 years before we really see the economic impacts that we would desire to see when it comes to economic development. So just remember that this is a long-term game and not a short-term success.
I know you have a really amazing testimony of how the county embraced you.
Sure. Mark, we came here in 2013 when we purchased 2 McDonald's restaurants. And whether it be a remodel, a grand opening, or even when we broke ground on the 3rd McDonald's location, it was great how the community just came out and embraced us. Typically in our communities, we may have 2 or 3 people from the chamber show up for a ground break. But in Christian County, there were over 200 that showed up for grand opening. We really feel truly embraced, and this community wants us to thrive and be successful.
Wonderful. And I know it hasn't come without its trials, and even with the recent pandemic, everything changed, everything shifted. Can you talk a little bit about what your needs are and what you want to see?
First off, I want to say when COVID happened, it was very frightening for all small business owners. But I still remember that morning in March when Andrea picked up the phone and called me and said, "How are you doing?" and told me about the resources and the funding that was available, and that Christian County was there for us if we needed help. So that was very refreshing, and we didn't get that from a lot of other communities like we did in Christian County.
It is no secret that I am passionate about this organization and the work that we do. I've had the honor of building Show Me Christian County with the support of our board of directors for the past 4 years. First, as the founding secretary of the board, and now as staff. Economic development is my calling, and I am grateful for the commitment and collaboration of our partners. But I'm just one person, and it has taken years and countless hours of planning to get here. In addition to our board of directors, I'd like to personally thank Sarah Lawson and Mark Wallace for their work as project coordinators. That was an ideal transition, and we didn't skip a beat. Also our interns, Matea Miller, Hannah Botterell, and Anna Majors for their research work. And above all else, I owe deep gratitude to you, our investors. 2021 signifies 5 years since we started down this path. We've accomplished a lot together, and as you can see, we are not done. We've got work to do, and we can't do it alone. The 5-year action plan I outlined has been assigned a target budget of $360,000 annually over the next 5 years. It is time for our collective actions to be as bold as our vision. We have a $1.8 million goal over the next 5 years, with a stretch goal of $2.5 million identified by our board of directors. The vision has been cast. Show Me Christian County has captured the attention of our peers across the state. Now it is time to increase our resources to enable the work identified. I believe in this plan. I believe in these communities. And undoubtedly, I believe in a strong future for Christian County. It's my hope that you do too. After the first of the year, we will be scheduling meetings to hear your thoughts on our plan and map out your level of engagement in our future. Now close your eyes. Yes, really. Picture a thriving county where our residents can work closer to home. They can capture those moments and invest them on a trail, dinner with friends, or making memories with their families. Is that your goal? Are those your employees? Is that your business? Now, where do you see yourself in that setting? And how can you help us accomplish that goal? Show Me Christian County is the collaborative partnership, serving as a business concierge, advancing economic health through an intentional and balanced approach to growth. We have a holistic view of economic development. We were built as a catalytic hub to align, empower, and ignite. It is my hope that we also inspire. Today, I hope we've inspired you.